This is Antonio Axon with Viberzone Nutrition. And a lot of people ask, why go barefoot training? To work on the intrinsic muscles in the foot while improving stability and balance. Go Viberzone.
I mean, come on, let's be real. Why shouldn't we train them? The foot is the only contact point between the body and the ground. It's a must we train the intrinsic foots to move more efficient. This is more focused on the sensory side of movement, the connection between the foot, core, and glute.
Yup, there we go. So always remember, the big toe is the first phase of pushing off to start that gait when it's time to run. If the big toe is not functionable, if it's slanted, then we may have some issues there. So what I do is I connect with the spacers. We put the spacers on to get separation, do active exercises to work the big toe, add pressure to it, and then we get it to work again. Learn how to load the foot in the position that we're going to be in the whole time. So a lot of the stability training, a lot of loading with weights is going to get you to connect from the foot all the way up to your hip. And it's going to activate your hammies in order for you to take off and run like you need to. Just think about it.
This is a great example in relations of putting the athlete in a position he's going to be in most of the time. A single leg stance with an elevated heel allow the athlete to strike the ground, but not only strike the ground, but absorb the contact once the foot hit the ground. This is why we add weight once the athlete is comfortable with the single leg stance. This turns on the nervous system and the intrinsic muscles. Pay attention to the athlete's foot placement as it hits the ground. This is called a forefront landing technique. Due to barefoot training and stability training, it allows the athlete to propel his body forward with no delays when it's time to sprint. And this is honestly my favorite part of training. Activating the nervous system. Teaching athletes to put on that fire sensors and activating it as soon as possible, exactly when we need to. And sometimes we even have cadence when to switch, when to turn on the nervous system to fire quickly. And of course, we can't forget about the hammies. We make sure we activate them daily. This is a warm-up exercise we do here at Viberzone to get the athlete ready for some dynamic stretches, change of directions, and also just opening up that pelvic and growing area. This is a single leg stance on a PCP pipe. It gets the blood flowing in the foot and get the athlete ready for some intense barefoot training.
8, 7. There we go.
This is a barefoot warm-up on game day, activating the intrinsic muscles you worked on daily. This type of training also benefits the youth, teaching them at an early age how to connect with the ground, learning foot placement, and being in the right position when running, jogging, or even walking. Just putting them in a better position to play and be able to be comfortable when in activity. This will also teach the athlete that the foot and ankle is very important when it's times to be more efficient. And once we create that solid foundation with foot power and strength, we take athletes in the agility setting, being barefooted, to work on a new strength they develop. This allowed them to move more efficient and right at the time of need.